Joining me now, we have Will Austin, president of Warren County Community College and chief pilot for Warren Unmanned Aircraft Systems. Will, welcome. Glad to have you here. You went to Embry-Riddle to learn everything about drones. So what do you think people are seeing in the sky, and why only at night?
Well, I'm very fortunate, thank you for having me, that I was able to review countless hours of videos and pics that people have sent me or reporters have sent me. And I can say right now, I have seen 0 large drones in any of them. 100% of them are either airplanes that people have misidentified or drones that have grown in use since the media attention that are under 55 pounds. And in fact, every one I have seen is under 10 pounds. They're easily identified in the imagery.
So if they're under 10 pounds, I mean, they're flying pretty low, right? So let's talk about the common misconceptions that have been contributing to the people's unease. What are they?
Well, small drones are allowed to fly up to 400 feet. So they're going to be relatively close to your house. So you should expect that. I spoke to the last person who was on the last crew known to have flown a military drone over New Jersey. And he told me they are not military drones. You would not see them. They never saw them when we flew them before. I've been around the drone industry since almost the inception and been training people, and know, if not everybody, almost everybody who flies or is designing and developing drones over 55 pounds, especially the large ones that you'll see in your sky in about the next 2 years. And they reminded me they are serious business people who have devoted multi-millions of dollars to that technology, and they are not taking joyrides around New Jersey. So it's probably mostly people who are putting up their drones to look for the mystery drones. And it is probably some pranksters like you see in that Boston thing who really don't know how to fly their drone.
Yeah, pranksters, but they were doing so, Will, very close to Boston Logan Airport. And that's really what drew the attention of law enforcement, which brings me to the problem of people pointing laser pointers at aircrafts in recent days. That was a problem a while back. I think there were green ones, there were red ones, but let's talk about the problems that poses.
Yeah, your laser will do nothing to a drone. It will not take a drone out of the sky. It will not help you identify it, but it could, on takeoff and landing, really hurt a pilot trying to fly your plane or a plane full of passengers.
Is that way? Because does it go into their eyes? Is that what it is? Like they can't see?
Exactly. It could really disable their ability to see. And we're not flying autonomously on takeoff and landing. They need their eyes and they need their attention. So I thought about, where do I personally have laser pointers? I have one at the office for students. I have one on a thermal camera. I have one in my golf bag. But there are also laser pointers on gun sites. And that gave me tremendous pause. Please do not fire from the ground at any aircraft. You're probably going to miss it. If you do hit it, it's probably an airplane, and it's illegal, and you're going to go to jail for up to 25 years. Let the proper authorities in the Air Force deal with things, because they know what they're doing. And if you did hit the drone and you hit the LiPo battery and it fell to the ground, it would start a big fire, and we've had a drought here. So you're really going to do a lot of damage to the environment and to your local community, more than you're going to do anything to a drone that probably is an airplane.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that. You talked about the drones, the majority of them being, maybe 10 pounds. But we've seen some drones described as the size of a car. Are there any drones that are the size of a car?
Yeah, there are a few companies that have drones that size, and you have to have a special license for that. You have to file a flight plan with the FAA, the same as you would with a regular plane. They are not the Part 107 when we talk about the 414,000 drone pilots that are certified for commercial, and the 800,000 that are recreational, and the million drones. Those are all basically under 55 pounds. And the reason why you're seeing problems with some of the flights is, remember, to get a drone certificate from the FAA, either Part 107 or recreational, you just have to pass a multiple choice test. You have to come to a place like Embry-Riddle or Warren UAS to get actual flight training, where we can certify you in something like AUVSI top, so you actually fly the drone. So most drone pilots passed a multiple choice test, but don't have a lot of experience. So when they're flying at night near an airport, they probably don't know everything. And when I teach during the day, it's one instructor, one lab assistant when we're flying for 20 students. When we go out with the same class at night, it's 5 instructors, because there's something called the parallax effect, which makes planes look like they stop moving. It makes drones look like they stop moving. And our students can easily lose situational awareness. Trained aviators like myself, and we were training with Embry-Riddle out in October in Prescott, Arizona, and we had a plane fly over with 4 drones we were flying and we were doing research on, and we even got disoriented. And, you know, some of those people that I work with at Riddle, they were F-16 fighter pilots, and they get disoriented. Wow. So when you say, I'm looking at the sky and I can tell, no, you can't. You used to look at this, you glance at the sky, you go about your business, then you glance at it again and notice the difference. If you sit and stare at those airplanes, the parallax effect will come in and they will stop moving in the sky. It is not that difficult, and it's an optical illusion. Most people are experiencing an optical illusion.
You're definitely an educator, Will Austin. Thank you so much for bringing what you know to us in the audience. Appreciate you.